Clutch Cargo and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Space Stations.
Clutch! Clutch! He won!
That's great. I knew he would.
Paddlefoot beat all the other dogs.
It says that Paddlefoot has an IQ of K9, 1 point higher than the next closest dog.
So he's been selected to make a trip into space and return. Golly, Paddlefoot, are we proud of you?
Paddlefoot passed the difficult test with flying colors. For instance, even in the correct button-pushing test, his score was 100%. And in the final test, set in the maze, where he had to figure out which door led to the reward, Paddlefoot went straight to the objective, demonstrating amazing dog sense. The space flight is scheduled for dawn tomorrow.
And we'll be there, eh, Paddlefoot?
Wow! Wow! With a few last-minute adjustments, Paddlefoot is placed in the nose cone of a huge rocket.
All the instruments are in working order. I don't see how we can fail. Besides, with the recordings of your voice giving Paddlefoot instructions, Spinner, he can't miss.
That was a smart idea, Professor. Paddlefoot will do whatever his master commands.
My assistant, Dr. Hogenweiler, will be in charge of playing the records by remote control.
All preliminary tests are complete. Operation Aardvark is about to begin.
Golly, it won't be long now.
Take this microphone, Spinner, and say so long to Paddlefoot.
We're sure proud of you, Paddlefoot. And be sure to mind the instructions.
We'll be right here waiting when you get back. So long.
Perfect takeoff. Now we go into my rocket tracking laboratory.
The rocket is now 300 miles above Earth. It will be outside the Earth's atmosphere in 7 minutes.
Now, Paddlefoot, be calm. The first stage is about to drop off. When I say go, push the red button at the right. Get ready? Go!
Everything is going according to plan.
Paddlefoot will be in orbit any minute now, circling the Earth at 18,000 miles an hour.
Here is an important announcement. The nose cone carrying the intrepid space dog Paddlefoot is now in orbit.
He will circle the Earth once every hour. And here is the last picture taken of this heroic dog before he boarded his spaceship.
Golly, isn't he brave, Clutch?
There he goes, 1,000 miles overhead.
We will receive reports from other tracking stations as he makes the orbit. Hello? Who? Tracking station Y? Yes? What is that? You don't? Oh, my!
What is it, Professor? Something wrong? Is Paddlefoot...
The signal was loud and clear. Then suddenly the signal stopped.
Then that means Paddlefoot's...
I am afraid so. Paddlefoot is lost.
Is Paddlefoot really lost? Will they find him? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Space Stations. You remember last time, Paddlefoot had won the space tests for dogs. He had started a trip into space and returned, after orbiting only once.
The signal was loud and clear. Then suddenly the signal stopped.
Then that means Paddlefoot's...
I'm afraid so. Paddlefoot is lost.
But, Clutch, we gotta find him. Poor Paddlefoot, way out there in outer space all alone.
We'll find him, Spinner. Professor Knockwurst, do you have any more rockets available?
Many of them, Clutch. We always have a few spares ready to go.
Good. Spinner and I are ready to blast off immediately.
Spinner and you? What about me and my assistant?
You mean you want to go too?
You bet. But first we have to build a space station so we can have a place to refuel our rocket for searching.
But, Professor, that will take months to build.
Nonsense. I have invented a rocket that can be torn down, then put together again to make a complete space station.
Come over to the window. I will show you my invention.
The middle rocket is for passengers. The other two carry fuel and equipment.
Incredible, Professor. Why didn't someone think of that before?
Well, who knows?
Can we start now?
All we must do is blow up the giant balloons that raises the rockets to their starting point, and then off we go.
The giant balloon is inflated, the rockets attached, and the rescue party is aboard and ready.
Get set. Steady now. Cut ropes.
We're off. Now if we can only find Paddlefoot.
Here is a news flash. Clutch Cargo and Spinner with Professor Knockwurst and Dr. Hogenweiler have just taken off on their search for the intrepid space dog Paddlefoot.
We are picking up speed. Soon we will blast off. All three rockets are controlled by the buttons and dials in this rocket.
Professor, you have a marvelous brain.
I know it. Now we are ready to blast off.
But, Professor, that balloon is right in front of us. How?
You watch, Spinner. Now I will fire up the rockets.
Wowee! Right through the balloon.
According to my calculations, we're just about ready to stop.
You are right, Clutch. We have arrived.
Hey, there's nothing here but space. How you going to build a station way up here?
Simple, Spinner.
Don't you remember? Out here in space, nothing weighs anything. There's no gravity pull, so we float the space station.
Okay, Professor. I've cut the rocket motors.
Good. Now our speed is gone, we stop. We are now floating free. Now I push a button, and the two outside rockets open up and form a space station. Now look out the window, and you will see our space platform.
Golly, and we can land our rocket right on it for fuel.
Next, we set our rocket down and go to work. There are a few bolts to tighten.
Okay if I get out, Clutch?
Okay, Spinner. As soon as I've checked your space helmet.
Whee, Clutch! Look, I'm floating like a bubble.
Clutch and Professor Knockwurst work steadily, tightening bolts.
There. That's the last one.
Clutch! Help! Help! I'm drifting away! Help, Clutch! Save me!
Can Clutch save Spinner as he drifts from the space station? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo.